if you save me for this one, I no go do Ashawo again.
Ego anabia, mondi achoro ego. Kwa ugrogi ubua.
In the peaceful town of Umuoji, Pastor Ezekwesili was known as a man of deep prayer and discipline. His church, Temple of Divine Mercy, was always filled with worshippers. But the true spotlight of the church was not the pastor. It was his only daughter, Chinenye Okoye. Chinenye was fair-skinned, tall, medium fat, beautiful and elegant. Everyone admired her, but few truly knew her. Behind her angelic face, Chinenye had one weakness. She loved money more than anything. Not small money, big fast money. She loved attention, admiration, and the power that came with controlling people's pockets with just a smile. Her father believed she was a humble church girl who helped in the choir, but secretly, Chinenye had already connected herself to almost every young man and even some married men in the church, not for love, but for money, and she always got it. One Sunday morning, young businessman Kelechi greeted her with a shy smile. She touched his shoulder lightly and complimented his wristwatch. Before long, Kelechi was promising to buy her the same one. Inside the church, the choir keyboardist Ifeanyi kept staring at her. She had collected money from him last week, claiming it was for fellowship activities. She never used it for fellowship. She used it for a new bag and a spa day. Every evening after church activities, Chinenye would sneak out of the compound to meet different men, some for gifts, some for money, some for quick arrangements that kept her pockets full. She told each one, "You know, I can't date openly. My father is a pastor." And they believed her. Her childhood friend, Ngozi, was the only one who knew the whole truth. "Nyenye, this thing you are doing is getting too much," she warned. "One day something will happen." Chinenye hissed, "Ngozi, free me. Money must be made. I didn't force anybody to like me." But deep down, she wasn't sure anymore. Things grew worse when Chief Obinna, a wealthy importer and church elder in his 50s, started noticing her. He walked up to her after service one Sunday. "You are shining today," he said warmly. His eyes lingered on her. Later he told her, "If you need support, come to my office tomorrow." That night, she couldn't sleep. She knew what he wanted. She also knew what she wanted. The next day in his office, Chief admired her openly. "You are a very fine girl," he said. "I want to help you, but help no dey come empty." She understood him clearly. Her mind battled between guilt and desire, but in the end, her love for money won. Chief transferred 500,000 naira to her on the spot. It was the highest amount of money she had ever received from any man. She didn't know that this decision would bring the biggest disaster of her life. That same night, her father, Pastor Ezekwesili, had a strange dream. He saw his daughter standing at a crossroad, surrounded by shadows, pulling her. She was crying for help, but he couldn't reach her. He woke up sweating and rushed to her room, finding her closing a box of fresh cash. "Chinenye, are you sure you are walking on the right path?" he asked. She forced a smile. "Papa, I'm fine." But she wasn't. A storm was already rising around her, a storm she could not escape. The next morning in Umuoji, the air felt unusually heavy, as if something invisible was watching the town. Chinenye Okoye, tall, very fair-skinned, medium fat, extremely curvy, with big hips and massive yansh, woke up feeling uneasy. The 500,000 naira Chief Obinna gave her was still inside her drawer, but instead of excitement, she felt a strange fear. As she dressed up, Ngozi rushed into her room, breathing fast. "Nyenye, something is wrong. I don't like the dream I had last night," she whispered. Chinenye rolled her eyes. "Ngozi, please relax. Everything is fine. I just need to enjoy my life." But deep inside, she knew everything wasn't fine. That evening at Temple of Divine Mercy, the church was full as usual. Worshippers prayed, sang, and clapped. Pastor Ezekwesili preached passionately, but his eyes constantly searched for his daughter. Something in his spirit was troubled. At the back of the church, Uche, a handsome visitor from Lagos, stared at Chinenye like he had seen an angel. She walked past him, her red gown hugging her curves, her bright blue eyes shining. Uche smiled at her. She smiled back, the kind of smile that melts pockets. After service, Kelechi, Ifeanyi, and Uche all tried to speak with her. Chinenye enjoyed their attention. She knew that each one of them wanted something, and she also knew each one of them could give her something in return. Later that night, she waited until her father slept. Then she quietly sneaked out of the church compound again. Her curves made it hard to move quietly, but she managed, tiptoeing like a thief in her own home. She went to meet 3 different men in different corners of the town. Kelechi at the bar, Ifeanyi by the roadside, and Uche in a parked car. All of them gave her small envelopes, gifts, promises of money, and admiration. But around 11:45 p.m., something strange happened. As she walked home through a lonely street, holding her handbag tightly, a tall, dark figure stepped out of the shadows. She froze. Her heart pounded. The figure said nothing at first, only breathing deeply. The street light flickered. "Chinenye Okoye," the voice finally said. Cold rushed down her spine. "You have collected from many, but you will pay one day. And when the day comes, it will be heavy." Before she could speak, the figure melted back into darkness. Shaking, Chinenye ran the rest of the way home, her footsteps echoing through the empty road. She didn't know whether the person was human, spiritual, or something else. All she knew was that fear had entered her heart for the first time. Meanwhile, at home, her father was awake again, praying, sweating, restless. He didn't know where his daughter was, but he could feel the storm growing stronger. And Chinenye knew that her life of money, secrets, and men was beginning to take a dangerous turn. Chinenye's life changed completely after she started going out with Chief. The attention, the luxury, the money, it all felt like a dream come true. Chief spoiled her with everything she asked for. Brand new phones, designer clothes, credit alerts at midnight, and weekend trips she never told her parents about. The biggest shock came when Chief bought her a car and then a fully furnished house. From that day, Chinenye felt unstoppable. Her friend Ada begged her, "Chinenye, this road no pure. Abeg, leave Chief." But Chinenye blocked her. She said Ada was jealous. She stopped picking her calls and told people Ada was too local. Even Chief's wife heard the rumors. One afternoon, she came quietly, crying. "Please, my daughter, leave my husband," she begged. But Chinenye laughed. "Ha! Madam, stand up. We are adults. This man, they take care of me. I know they leave him." She closed the gate on the crying woman. When the wife saw she wouldn't listen, she went to Pastor Eze, Chinenye's father. He called Chinenye home. "My child, people are saying things. Please tell me the truth." Chinenye denied everything. "Daddy, people just hate me." Her father broke down. "Chinenye, as your father and as a servant of God, you are walking into darkness." But money had already blinded her. That night, she packed her things and left her father's house. She moved into the new house Chief bought, and that was the beginning of her downfall. She stopped going to church. She stopped praying. Every night she was in a club, dancing, drinking, and following different men who admired her. She told people she was living her best life. She posted pictures online showing off her car, house, and outfits. People praised her, but nobody knew the truth. Chief was not an ordinary man. He was deep in strange things, and Chinenye was already inside it without knowing. Chief had a secret room he never allowed anyone to enter. A room filled with things she ignored because pleasure and money controlled her. Each time they were together there, something spiritual was happening. Her strength was draining. Her spirit was weakening, but she did not notice. The warnings began. One night, she saw her late mother crying in a dream. "My daughter, come back home. Leave that man before it's too late." Chinenye woke up sweating, but said, "I beg, no be dream go stop me." Another day, a small child stopped her. "Auntie, Jesus said, make you return to him or something bad will happen." Chinenye shouted, "Are you okay? Move from my front." That child was an angel, but she didn't know. Then the strange disease started. First, weakness, then fever. Then she began losing weight. Rashes came, her skin changed, her beauty disappeared. Doctors could not explain it. Medicine didn't work. She cried day and night. Even Chief stopped visiting. He didn't need her anymore. Her money finished, her friends disappeared, except Ada, the same friend she blocked. Ada cried, "I warned you. Why you no here?" Chinenye whispered, "Please take me home. I want to see my father." Ada took her to her father's house. When the pastor saw her, he screamed. His once beautiful daughter was now weak and unrecognizable. Chinenye fell on her knees. "Daddy, forgive me. Pray for me." Her father lifted her. "My daughter, I forgave you long ago." They prayed. They fasted. The pastor cried day and night, but it was too late. The damage had already been done in Chief's secret room. Mercy had closed. Even with all the prayers, Chinenye only grew weaker. One evening, as her father held her hands, she whispered, "Daddy, I wish I listened. I wish I obeyed God." A tear dropped from her eye. She took one last breath and she was gone. The whole community cried. Girls learned a lesson. Ada mourned for weeks. Chinenye's story became a warning. When God is calling you, don't wait until it's too late. Not every gift is a blessing. Some roads look beautiful at the beginning, but end in darkness.